You've got questions about YouTube click-through rate? Well, I've got answers, but we have to do this quickly. There's no time to waste, so we're gonna do rapid fire answers to your top questions about YouTube click-through rate. I don't know why I'm acting like we have to be quiet about this. What is click-through rate? Click-through rate is the measure of how many people who see your title and thumbnail and then ultimately click through to watch your video. Click-through rate, also known as CTR, is measured as a percentage. So if 100 people see your title and thumbnail, 20 of those people click and watch your video, you're gonna have a CTR of 20%. Next question, what's a good click-through rate? YouTube says that anywhere between 2% and 10% is normal. But if you're closer to 8%, you're doing great. Anything above 10 is outstanding. I looked at the videos on this channel today and they range anywhere from 1% to 13%, and the average is about 5%. I'd like to see that closer to 8. What makes people click on a video? Your thumbnail and your title are gonna drive clicks on your video, and you need to think of thumbnail first, title second. You want your thumbnail to create curiosity about what's going to happen in the video, but without giving away too much of what the story is about. And most people agree that your thumbnail shouldn't have too much text on it. In fact, a lot of top YouTubers say 3 words is about the limit. It's also good to have a face on your thumbnail, making a big expression. Studies have shown that people like seeing other people's faces and they're drawn in by them. Should I make my thumbnail clickbaity just to get the click and the view? Nope. Your title and your thumbnail should convey some kind of promise or expectation to your potential viewer, and the video itself needs to fulfill that promise. Don't bait people in with your title or thumbnail and then end up delivering something different. Not only is it rude, but it's gonna hurt your video because people will very quickly realize that you're full of crap and they'll click away, and YouTube is gonna see that people aren't staying on your video and they're gonna guess that it's a bad video, which it probably is. How do I know if my title and thumbnail are working and giving me a good click-through rate? Well, just go into your Google Analytics and look. 2 or 3 hours after you post your video, go in, see what your click-through rate is on that video, and if it's not where you want it to be, try changing your title a little bit and try changing your thumbnail. Does it help my video when I post it to Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and my email list and embed it on my website? YouTube only counts impressions on their platform. So if you're sharing it in all those other places, YouTube isn't gonna count that. YouTube is gonna decide how far they're gonna boost your video based on how it performs on their own platform, in their own world. They don't really care what happens with it outside of their world. I recommend that you solve for what's going to work well on the YouTube platform rather than trying to bring views in from all those other places. Well, look at us. Now we know more about click-through rate than we did just a minute ago, and hopefully you've got an idea or two about how to get more clicks on your video. If there's a question I haven't answered, drop it in the comments and I'll get you an answer, and I'll talk to you again soon.